will help you make the best decisions for your family. Visit 10signs.org to learn the signs. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe, ESPN Northwest Florida.
The locals love it.
Lights, camera, action.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Do you know who I am?
Live and local inside the J. Michael studio.
People know me.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub, hot tub, I'm full of water.
Softball.
Stay hot tub, hot, stay very, very, very hot. Stay hot there, hot tub. Gonna get you hot tub. I'm gonna make it wet. Stay hot tub, rubber dub in the hot tub, rubber dub with me. Should I get the hot tub?
Yeah!
Really make me sweat?
Get in!
Should I get in the hot tub? Yeah! Really make me wet? Yeah!
Yeah! Well. Randy, I got an echo.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Perfect, man. Perfect. Beautiful
wondering why it
day in
sounded a little
paradise.
funky.
Somebody, the people in the afternoon messes it up. The
I know it.
experts in here now, and it
Right.
sounds perfect. So anyway. All right, listen. Gulf Coast Jam tonight. The big one. Who's the guy everybody loves? My wife is nuts about him.
Keith Urban.
Keith Urban. Look,
Urban.
everybody say he looks like me. I don't know. Anyway, you want to? Thank you so much. If you want to go, we're the only station around. We give away free trips to NBA basketball, football, baseball, Atlanta Braves. Heck, I think we've given stuff to Auburn football too. I think we've done about everything you can do. Now, we
Florida
didn't give
Gator.
anything to a rodeo at Bay Point. We forgot about that. But this is probably the best thing we did. Our phones blew completely up yesterday giving away these Gulf Coast Jam tickets. So you better be listening. We might give away some today. And we're not going to tell you exactly when. I'll give you a hint about the first one we'll give away. It'll be around
Somewhere between 7 and 9.
let's just go. Yeah, we'll give you a better hint than that. We'll go between 7 and 7:45, and we'll tell you probably at 7:15 a little bit more about this. But you're going to be happy today. We got some giving away some tickets to Gulf Coast Jam. You're going to have a blast. They got a great lineup right here live from 104.3 ESPN Northwest. I think I'm going to do. I think Randy's got it set up where I will be going out there the first act, singing a little bit. I saw
Warm up.
those guys down at J. Michael's. I said, I do sing. And they seemed like they were interested. I hadn't heard back yet, but it seems like I might be going. Are you heading down tonight?
Going out tonight. Jordan's got a baseball game. It's win or go home, and so
What time's his game?
5:30. So as soon as it's over, we're heading, and we're going to just
I think the gate's open like
a 2 or something.
Yeah,
I mean, pretty
yeah,
early.
stuff going all day long.
All day long there.
Yeah.
So we're going
It's
to try
amazing.
to sort our way in for Keith Urban late tonight. But the rain has backed up playoffs in the 8U league, and everybody's struggling to finish
And
up.
I believe, what's it like, about 20% chance of rain? I think we're
Should
gonna
be
okay.
better, right? Should be
I think
better
we'll be
today, but man, over the weekend it was brutal.
Ooh, baby. I tell you what, the line, if you've never seen Keith Urban, this will be the third time we've seen him. He is outstanding. You know what he did over in, where's that place at? Gulf Shores? Not Gulf Shores. Anyway, somewhere over that Bama, Florida line area. I've got the venue. Anyway, he plays, and then towards the end, he'll go to the back section where people pay.
Yep.
That don't have very good tickets, really.
Right.
He goes all the way back there with security and plays for him. He's
Yep.
awesome. He
Yep.
is a great man. Good-looking guy. And last time we were there, last summer, he introduced his wife, which I think they're separated now or divorced or something. But, it is what it is. A good man.
It'll be a good night, great weekend.
Yeah, I tell you what, you're going to. All right, I want to get into. We got a call, Randy.
Yeah, we have a call. Somebody's at the door.
Oh, I'm
Doing
sorry.
5
Okay,
things
I'm
at one
sorry.
time.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we do have a call.
All right, let's take this call. Good morning.
Good morning, Coach. How are you doing today?
Roll Tide, baby. What's up, Tennessee Volunteer?
Yes, thank you. What
You're
did you say
welcome.
before you said Tennessee Volunteer? Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Hey, Keith Urban, he's divorced.
Mm-hmm.
That's why your wife likes him. I think I'd be suspicious.
Oh, but he didn't look as good as me. He looks good, but he's not up there
You're
with
right.
on this
You're
level.
Right. That's right. And I
Far as you know.
I never lost any wives in court. Anyway,
Yeah.
which that's one of my old jokes. I just wanted to say, I want to say hello first off. I also wanted to talk to you about skin cancer health and all that. Are you going to talk about that today?
Absolutely. Dr. Ward, man, one in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. All it takes is 5 minutes. Check yourself. It doesn't feel right and doesn't look right. Go see Dr. Ward.
It killed Bob Marley. A lot of people don't know that. Black people can get it too. Of course, Marley's dad was white, but we don't want to go racial on you. But yeah, I mean, and he Bob Marley. I don't know if I told the story to you before. He got it between his toes because he went barefoot a lot and ignored it.
Yeah.
And tried to treat it. Well, I like treating things with ganja, but ganja doesn't cure. Which I tip my hat to Thrive. I also endorse them, but ganja does not cure cancer. It ameliorates and mitigates some of the negative effects of treatment, things like that. But I'm bouncing around too much. I just wanted to say, is there anything getting done over there in Destin at those meetings?
I tell you what, man, I'm glad you brought this up. Jeremy Brown, special guest, is here, Bay High School football coach, state championship coach, by the way. Jeremy, good morning, sir.
Appreciate it, guys.
You're looking mighty fine. And I'm glad Jeremy's in here right now because I want to bring this up with Jeremy Pridgeon.
Well, I don't want to spoil your show. I know you.
No. You brought it up. Now you're going to have to pay. You're going to pay for it. You're going to have to listen to it now.
Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
Stark and Summerall, and I think all of them feel this way. They feel like they were misled by our commissioner. And I'm telling you right now, I know for a fact there was some absolutely upset about it. And, of course, they got to kind of be cool about what they say and what they don't say. Kirby tells it like it is. But anyway, when they were asked to go to 9 conference games, they were informed that they would be going to a 16-team playoff. That did not happen. Some of them feel pretty upset about that. Some of them are making comments, some are not. But the truth is they're not happy about what they were told and what actually is going on. They're going to have 8 more losses across the board. 8 more coaches going to lose a game. Now, they said they don't trust the committee. I've always said I don't trust that committee. You look at a team from the SEC that's played a difficult schedule, and I will even give the Big Ten. Ohio State's got a really difficult schedule this year. They're going to probably be an opportunity this year for this committee to put a 9-3 team in the playoffs, and they don't trust them to do so because of strength of schedule because they don't believe in them. So they're going to go, and they're going to have 8 more coaches, 1 more loss. There'll be more coaches getting fired because of this, and they're going to be teams from the SEC will not be going to the playoffs because they're going to lose another game. And they were told it was going to be 16 teams. There'll be let's just say Ohio State goes 9-3 with the schedule they play, and you go look at their schedule, it's up there. Texas schedule, they got I think 8 preseason top 10 or top 20 teams they got to play. And if they go 9-3 and don't get in, Stark's already said it. That's not a good look. He said if they tell us strength of schedule counts, there's no metrics to it. Nobody will explain what's going on. Kind of like Max Prep in Florida, in the state of Florida.
Amen.
Yeah, I mean they don't know what the hell they're doing. I
don't cuss about it. You picked a bad day to quit cussing, young man.
That's my name.
You better
Hale.
quit saying H-E-double-T.
Hale, that's my name.
Oh, okay, you said it that way. That's different.
Yeah.
H-A-L-E.
I just said H-A-L-E. That's how I said it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let me say this to you. First off, it's not a settled thing, but you can, the presidents will decide it eventually, and they, those are the bow tie wearing, buckety mucks.
They're intelligent. Those guys are smart.
Yeah, well, there was a governor in Alabama who used to call them pointy-headed intellectuals, but anyway, won't use his name. But he went to Auburn and Alabama. Imagine that.
He's highly intelligent.
No doubt.
Well, he was very practical.
He get a lot of votes
Even
that
he
way.
was born in Barber County, Alabama. Okay, I don't want to go too much about Alabama. I'm here to talk about Tennessee.
Oh God,
sort of.
Go ahead,
Right.
talk.
Well, we avoided the Southern Miss region. I thought we were going to get.
Boy, you lucked up. You lucked up.
Yeah,
brother.
you went to North Carolina to Chapel Hill, right?
Yeah. I hope we get through, and I hope Florida gets through because we can put a beat down on those Gators. As far as you know.
Well, you mean like the last game where the last baseball game where Florida missed an extra point against y'all, only won 13-0?
Yeah, we used our backup pitchers during those weaker games. We had to save our staff.
Yeah, you had to use your backup pitchers because your starters got rocked. Okay, let's not be. I mean, you told more lies than CNN and MSNBC combined, or MS Now, whatever.
That's right.
Come on, man, be real.
All
Hey,
right.
listen, I don't want to waste all your time, Coach James Hale.
All right,
but
buddy.
I
I thought you would be down.
I
I thought you'd be down here for Gulf Coast Jam. Usually, I thought you'd come down. this
well,
time
I'm
of
not
year.
I'm not a big Keith Urban fan. I was a big Keith Whitley fan.
Yeah.
They both had good-looking wives. Of course,
Yeah.
the ladies are still alive. But Keith Urban, Blue. What I don't even know that. I don't even know that song. I don't listen to stuff like that. I listen to like the Drive-By Truckers and
Yeah. I like the Eagles.
people like that.
I love the Eagles. Elvis. I love the Eagles. Elvis.
You mean that
James
group Vince
Brown.
Gill's in now?
Huh? Glenn
Vince
wrote,
Gill
Glenn
is
wrote a
Eagles,
lot
huh?
of songs for the Eagles. Hotel California. He wrote a lot of those things.
All
right, Mike.
Manley.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good day.
All right, buddy.
Man.
Thanks for
Go
calling, man.
Vols.
Appreciate you. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. Coach Brown, what's up, Big Daddy?
Not much, man. How y'all doing this morning? Long time no see.
Hey, yeah. You looked good yesterday. Let me ask you this. Jeremy, you know this. Baseball coaches, it's never over. Football, it's never over. You just start a next phase. When do you crank it up in the way? I know you're doing it now, school's still in set, but when's it really crank up again for as the weightlifting?
Really, for us, it starts on June the 8th. We, we got done with spring almost 2 weeks, a little over a week ago, and we actually told our kids that we didn't want to see them.
Yeah.
We said, get out of the weight room. I don't want to see. The kids always want to go out to the field and do extra field work, and we locked the gate and said, stay off the field, stay out of the equipment shed. Take a break for 2 or 3 weeks. Go be a high school kid. Go enjoy your family. Go hang out with your friends. Go to the beach. A lot of the guys have jobs. Go put in some extra hours. Make a little money these next 2 or 3 weeks. Just disconnect from football for about 3 weeks, because when it hits June 8th, we hit it, and we're hoping to be going to the end of December.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of in the kids.
And you guys need a break every once in a while.
Yeah, it's for the kids. It's for the it's for the coaches. You know what I mean? It's for the parents. We forget sometimes how much we ask of the parents to get them there and pick them up and go here and go there, and kind of we even told the parents, like, sent out a message and said, hey, take a break.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about picking your kid up this afternoon. Don't have to worry about getting him early before school. Just go disconnect. And so the kids they come in the mornings, and some of them go in the weight room and get a little lift in, kind of let them lift on their own, but most of them have been coming in and going in the conference room. We have a few computers in there, and they go in there together and sit down and start they've been making their spring game highlight film. Some of the older guys to send it out, get it on Twitter, you know what I mean, to try to get some camp invites. And then most of them in the afternoons, man, they're doing what we ask them to do. Just, hey, man, just go disconnect. Go be a kid.
And some parents can be overbearing, especially baseball parents. Speaking of baseball, how's my boy Jordan doing?
Hey, he's doing great. So we're playing tonight in the round of 8. So yeah, we've got the quarters coming up.
And if people want to go watch him
5:30,
play,
5:30 in Lynn Haven.
It's amazing.
Weather permitting.
Coach, this guy, he's already got a following. He's got an NIL. I know Eric Baker, Taco Bell's thinking about signing him up also. He's got a lot of people watching him right now at a young age. He's going to be a stud. A lot of high school coaches already looking for him and looking at him. What do you think is going to be his real position by the time he gets to high school?
Middle infielder. One side, the other, shorter second.
Can he hit?
Yeah, he's got a good stick.
What about his speed? Now, I heard he can fly.
He runs a lot better than his daddy.
I know that feeling.
And speaking of his daddy, what do you do? What church?
We're down at First United Methodist here in Panama City. We're just kind of in the summer, but Vacation Bible School is coming up. You still got time to register your child if you want to have that opportunity. We'll have ours June 8th. I think that's the start date, June 8th. They're coming up. But check us out on our website there, fumc-pc.org. So.
I thought y'all were having a sing-along last night where we were at. Half your church was there. All right, let's talk about some of our wonderful people. I got to talk about this guy. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to see him later today. Stevenson Air Conditioning. Jason is you can't get more local than this, all right? He graduates from Mosley High School. He starts a business. He's knocked a home run. It's expanding all throughout the Panhandle of Florida. People love them. They're honest. They're hardworking people. They tell you you're going to be there at a certain time. They're there. They don't try to take every penny out of your pocket. They're the best at what they do. Stevenson Air Conditioning, the most honest, hardworking people out there. Go local. Go Stevenson Air Conditioning. And get it serviced now before the heat's here. I just had mine done. They did an incredible job. You want to do it again right before winter. Your unit lasts longer. It saves you money in power bill. If you got an old one, do what I did. Get rid of it. And I told Jason, I said, I don't care what it costs. I want the biggest one you can put in. I want the one to knock you down. I hate this thing we got now. He said, I can do that, but I tell you what we're going to do. And he saved me a boatload of money because he could have took advantage of him. He didn't. He's an honest, great man. Stevenson Air Conditioning, #1, not even close. Call Jason, go see Stevenson Air Conditioning. Yesterday I saw the legend himself, J. Michael's restaurant, was packed out. World famous J. Michael's Spaghetti. You couldn't get in there. Lunch and dinner, and it's amazing. They only do it on Wednesday, but they got the best seafood, ice cold beer. People are down here from everywhere, and they want that J. Michael's seafood. They want that fried shrimp. It's the best shrimp in Panama City, heck, anywhere. Get out to the legendary J. Michael's restaurant. Tell them Coach sent you. Now, Julie saw Pat yesterday. Randy saw Pat. Pat Perno's the city commissioner of Lynn Haven. He is incredible at that. His restaurant is second to none. If you're over there in Lynn Haven, you got to get to Beef Over Braised. The place today, if you love the College World Series of softball, you got to be at Beef Over Braised all day long. Enjoy the games. You got a birthday party going on, call him, tell him how many wings or whatever you want. Just come by and pick them up. Beef Over Braised, Lynn Haven. That's right. I said it, Lynn Haven. We get back, I'm going to ask these two experts. SEC coaches, how would you feel if you were led to believe you're going to be one way and it changes, but you did what they wanted? I would be upset. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Wake up with ESPN Northwest Florida. The Coach James Hale Show drags you out of bed weekdays 7 to 9.
They're going to allow beer sold at the new sports complex, yet we can't have a cold beer on the beach.
Yeah. Then for the ride home, the fastest 2 hours on radio. The Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson.
You better hope you're ready.
Morning drive and the afternoon commute are live and local on the Gulf Coast. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with Thursday's weather forecast. A likelihood of thunderstorms and partly cloudy this afternoon. An evening with a high near 83 and a wind 13 to 17 miles per hour. Some clouds tonight and a temperature of 77. About the same tomorrow around 84 with a chance of thunderstorms in the morning and afternoon. And then some clouds. Lightly sprinkling Saturday and quite warm around 82. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Looking to upgrade your truck? It's Blue Diamond Truck Accessories in Panama City. They sell, service, and install it all. Light kits, bed covers, bumpers, winches, lift kits, and any trailer hitch you can imagine. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories just west of Frankfort Avenue on 15th Street. Find Blue Diamond Truck Accessories on Facebook or call 850-914-0265. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, 850-914-0265.
Experience a higher level of service. David Adamson Designer Jewelry has been providing you the very best of fine jewelry and repair in Lynn Haven for over 32 years. David has added Amber Anderson and Russ Klinger, names you've known and trusted in PCB for years with your fine jewelry and watch needs. Find that one-of-a-kind engagement ring, that special anniversary gift, or something colorful just for you. Amber and Russ will find it or build it for you. Serving Bay County and beyond in Lynn Haven at the corner of Ohio Avenue and 9th. David Adamson Designer Jewelry.
Now, it's time for your Atlanta Braves Morning Update. Presented by Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Get clean car happy at any of the 250-plus Tidal Wave Auto Spa locations today.
Red Sox top the Braves in Game 2. I'm Barrett Salee, and this is your Braves Radio Network Morning Update.
Tidal Wave Auto Spa is the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves and your go-to car wash destination all season long. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com to find a location nearest you.
It wasn't Bryce Elder's night as he gives up 6 runs in the 4th inning as the Braves fall to the Red Sox 8-0 in Game 2 of the 3-game set. Red Sox pound out 14 singles and 1 home run in a 15-hit barrage, and the Braves 3 very costly errors in what was a pretty ugly performance. Connerly Early gets the win for the Red Sox. He pitched 7 innings, gave up only 4 hits, walked 3, and struck out 7. It was his second straight good start against the Braves, as we saw him a couple of starts ago in Atlanta. Braves looking to win the series this afternoon at Fenway. Chris Sale going for the Braves. He's 7-3, has a 1.89 ERA, 14 walks and 72 strikeouts. Went 7 innings, gave up 4 hits and 1 earned run last time out. Big Peyton Tolley going for the Red Sox. Second round pick in 2024. He's 2-2, has a 2.45 ERA. 4 leadoff show at 2.55. First pitch at 4:10 from Fenway Park in Boston, and you can hear all of it on the Braves Radio Network.
Hey, sports fans. This is Orlando Magic's power forward, Jonathan Isaac, and you're listening to Coach James Hale Morning Show live from J. Michael Studio on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Jeremy Prison here today. Randy's behind the board. And we got the state championship coach from Bay High School, Coach Browns, that was good enough to come in and visit with us today. Are you out next Thursday?
I'm out next Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm out next Thursday.
All right, listen, we're going to go ahead and tell you what time we're going to give our first pair of Gulf Coast Jam tickets. Give us a call 7:30, and again, I was shocked how many calls we got for these tickets. So be ready, and don't just call once. If he says what number you are, call back. Call back. You might hit it again at the right time. We don't know. So but just never give up, never give in, keep going. I want to ask both you guys. Jeremy, I'll start with you. Well, the non-coach, Jeremy, I'll start with you. I get where Stark's coming from. You're Texas. You lose to Ohio State in a close game, and that cost them being in the playoffs. They were a hot team at the end of the year. When you're hot at the right time of the year and you're healthy, you got a chance to do something. Who knows if they didn't get in, they might have won the whole thing. We don't know. They might have. We don't know. Now, they lose to Ohio State again at home, close game. Let's say they lose in the big rival game to either Oklahoma in a close game, in a neutral site, or on the road to A&M. And then they lose to SEC championship game in a classic. They're 9-3, and you got a Texas Tech or you got a Houston that's gone 11-1, and you got all these other teams in the Big Ten. Anyway, so you're on the bubble. You're on the bubble. They don't trust, neither do I, this committee to put the best teams in there. You've had Tulane in there. I'm sorry, Tulane was not one of the best teams in the country. They're not 12th best team in the country. They've never been in there. James Madison should have never been in there. I get all the reasons why they did it, but there's no way they should have been in there. Okay, Texas should have been over those guys. We all know that. Yellow Dog knows that. My question to you is, if you're Stark, your coach a day at Ohio State, say Ohio State, Ohio State's got Texas. I think they got Oregon. They got Michigan. They got Indiana. Say they wind up 9-3 in 2 or 3 really close losses, but they played one of the toughest schedules in college football, and they put another team from the ACC that had a good year, went 10-2 or whatever. It's supposed to be the best teams, and you've got to look at strength of schedule. They don't. There's a lot of teams out there that hate the SEC. There's a lot of people in that community deep down probably hate the SEC. There are people that hate the Big Ten, that don't want to see a Big Ten in there. We're all human. We all have deeper inner feelings. Remember that inner feelings I had and went and talked to you about?
Yeah.
So,
anyway. This burns within him.
What I'm getting at, I get what these coaches, I understand where Stark's upset. I understand where Kirby's upset. Coach Summerall, all those guys, their jobs, one loss, one win can be determined if they're fired or not, which affects their families. It affects everybody on that coaching staff at these universities. And people can say, yeah, they're making millions of dollars. Yeah, they do, but they also want to coach. They want to keep doing what they love at that university. So what's your take on this? And I'm kind of upset with our commissioner. And I'll get into that in a minute, but we'll start with you. What did you think about when you're told we're going to play 16 teams, we need you, and you're going to make more money, and that's what it's all about, some money. Talk about it.
Yeah, I think you work in good faith and expect it to be reciprocated. That's just kind of basic wherever you're, dealing football, you're dealing with people. You just kind of put your word out there, and then you expect somebody to fulfill theirs. And that's where this rub is coming in. And the margins are so thin. I mean, between a very successful season with maybe one loss versus one that the fans will go nuts over, and you had 3 or 4 losses. I mean, it's just a matter of a few plays and a few calls. Maybe don't go your way. It just, you're snake bit, and then you're out of a job, and your staff's looking for a job, and then your program's rebuilding. You've got huge I mean, the cascading effect of that. So the more games you play, the more exposure you have going to a 9-game conference schedule, as you said in the first section. 8 more losses across the board. So somebody's now on the outside looking in. And that has been done for money. There's no doubt about it. But we're going to shorten the games, have fewer plays, play more games, charge people more to go see something. And then the number of rematches we're seeing, Alabama, Oklahoma had to play twice. Well, what does that do to that first game? Football is really not one of those games designed to have rematches, and we've seen potential, scenarios where a team could play 3 times in one year. Nobody wants to see that,
right?
So it's just continuing to expand. But what are we doing this for? The idea was we're going to find one true champion. we could have a situation like you see in the pros where, you know, a 12-3 team is the national champion and a 14-1 is sitting at the house.
Right.
Because you lost the wrong ball game.
Exactly.
That's a new day for college football, which crowned an undefeated champion most years, even if it was through a vote or through a computer picking two teams. I think we're just still struggling to get our head around that.
Coach Brown, to me, everything is about trust. You don't trust your friends, you really don't have a friend. You don't trust your wife, you really don't have a marriage. It's all about trust. If an athletic director or a principal, say it's a high school level, would come to me and they said, hey, this is what's going to happen in the future. We need you to do this for us right now. So we need to change these contracts today. Let's get it done. And are you sure so-and-so this is the way it's going to be? Yeah, this is the way it's going to be. Then you find out later it's not that way. So you have a trust issue now. I do really truly believe there's some SEC coaches not too happy with our commissioner, not too happy with the way things are going. And I'll get into the rest of those later. But what do you think that everything you've been hearing about the SEC, having to go to these 9 games, and just you at Bay High School, if you were told something and then not what you told, and you guys know it, I don't trust Max Prep. I don't understand when you win a championship, a district championship, and you got to go travel week 1. What are we playing the game for?
Yeah, there's so much, there's so many similarities with what's going on with the NCAA and even with high school, football, athletics in general. You go back to when I was at Mosley, the year we had the hurricane, probably our best team.
Yeah,
was probably our best team we had the whole time I was there. That team was really special, great kids. I mean, just a really good program. Well, when the hurricane hit, it was everybody was told, well, all the schools affected by the hurricane were gonna they were gonna be in the playoffs, and then we turned around and it was only the rural schools in North Florida that went to the playoffs. And here we are up before the hurricane hit. Our only loss was to Niceville. Well, then we practiced. When we finally got back out to practice, we practiced for a couple of weeks. We couldn't even put pads on because our field had debris and glass and nails and all that. Everything was against bags. We go and we lose to Pensacola High at home the hurricane game day, which was a phenomenal game. Lost on a pass interference call at the end of the game, and then we go on the road and lose to Niceville and don't make the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so the trust there has always, since then, the trust personally as a coach has always been, well, what do we really, control your own destiny. What what you hear might not be, what it is. But I think the big thing in college football, Coach, honestly, and I've thought about it for the last 3 or 4 years, I think the NCAA president, all the commissioners, they're trying to generate the same type of atmosphere that we have with the NCAA basketball tournament. They're trying to duplicate that with football, but you can't with 4, 8, 16 teams. You got to have 36, 48. You got to have a playoff like the FCS schools.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to have 40-something teams, and you got to go. And I think Elko at Texas A&M, he said it best the other day. He said, I just wish they would go to 36 teams, and I don't have to worry about getting fired.
And that's right.
Because if you're in the playoffs, you're not getting fired.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's kind of the same thing. You go back to the similarities at Mosley. It's like 2 years after the hurricane, I get let go, but it's like if we make the playoffs that year and we go, make a 3 playoff, a deep run, win 3 games. I may get another year or 2.
Right.
You know what I mean? You go from, there's a lot of similarities there. And I think just trying to duplicate that, but you can't with 4 or 8 teams.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was awesome as a fan seeing, your casual fan seeing James Madison and seeing Tulane and those guys in there. But then you turn around and you say, well, but they're not one of the best teams. In college basketball, it's so much different because you do play so many games.
Right.
You know what I mean? And everybody has a conference championship. We're having teams now that they don't even play conference championship games in football.
Notre Dame.
Correct. They never have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've never been a big Notre Dame fan and never will be. But when they're one of the best teams in the country, I'll be one of the first ones to say, hey, they deserve to be there.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you can. There's got to be some similarities across some consistency across the board, and I think that's the issue.
I really believe, and we got to take a break here in a second. I really believe that the baseball probably does it better than anybody selecting the committee. I think they got it right in baseball.
Oh,
basketball, there's so many, so it's kind of hard to screw that up. Football's the only one. They've got to put it in writing. Strength of schedule. Then come up, what's the strength of schedule?
That's the thing right there is that it seems every year it seems to change.
It does.
We talk about the same thing with the Heisman Trophy winner every year.
Yeah.
Is it the best player on the best team? Is it the player that had the best stats?
Who was hot at the end of the year? Yeah.
But it seems like every year with the national champion, the playoff, it seems like it's ever changing. And I think people just want. I know coaches as a coach. I just want, hey, just tell me what it is. Show me why it's that way. If there's a formula, give me the formula.
That's why I loved high school football in the past. We had here's your district.
And you had to
These
win
are teams you got to beat. Guess what? If you win the championship, you're going to you're rewarded for a home football game. If you're the runner-up, you're going to travel. There was nothing wrong with it. Yes, some districts are not created equal. Well, that's true. In college football, conferences are not created equal.
But the people in high school that are saying that all districts are not created equal, they're the ones creating the districts.
Yeah, that's right.
They're the
ones that made it.
They're putting it together and then holding it against the people that they made them put in that district.
All right, let's take a break.
Yeah.
Hey, get your phones ready. I don't know, Randy. What are you going to tell them? How many?
We'll take caller number 10 again.
Number 10. Keep calling now. Don't give up on the first one. Keep calling. You wouldn't believe how quick they call. If you want free tickets tonight to Gulf Coast Jam, give us a call. We're going to give away a pair right now at 7:30, and then we'll tell you that probably maybe 8 o'clock the next time. All right, but right now let's talk about some of our great people. If you're looking for jewelry, David Adamson, designer jewelry, Russ, Amber, Patrick, they were packed out yesterday, man. They got something down there, Coach. You got a beautiful daughter. She can go there and say, on the board, they got a wish list. She can write her name, and she can say 2 or 3 things she wants. Then she comes home and say, Daddy, you got to go down to David Adams. They know what I want. And you go down. It's simple. Your wife, do the same thing. They do such a great job. If you got jewelry you want to sell, you got some gold and silver you want to sell, make some money, they're giving great deals. They'll give you what it's worth. I'll tell you that right now. They're great people. Get down there and have a great time. Tell them Coach sent you. We already talked about skin cancer early this morning. Dr. Ward. Listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30 right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Florida, Maine. If you want your boat, I love this, Jeremy. You got a boat. It's broke down. Do you want to have to waste your whole day, call, make an appointment at some marina, pay top dollar, take it down there, wait forever? No, you don't want to do that. What if they came to your house and fixed your boat? How about that? Florida Maine does that. Jermaine Allen, he started his company. Great concept. This is pretty cool. Just give them a call. They'll come to your place. They'll fix it right there. I'm going to get him in here next week. Sometime next week, we'll get in here and talk more about this new business. They're going to start advertising with us June 1st. I'm giving a little bit of love before then, though. Now, we all love Mexican food. You know it. I know it. If you're going to Gulf Coast Jam tonight, if you win tickets from us tonight, 2 things you better do. You better go to Pepper's Mexican Grill on Panama City Beach Parkway. And then after, when everything's done tonight, everybody, you would not believe the people going to Newbies, the mothership. They got things set up for tonight after concert. It's incredible. They open up late. These 2 places, you better go. Pepper's Mexican Grill, the best Mexican food anywhere. On Mondays, military 10% off. Buy one, get one free. House wine, margaritas, great place to have birthday parties. Go by there today early before you head out to, is it Frank Brown Park? Is that where the Gulf Coast Jam's at?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. We're going, I know that. Go check it out, have a great time. And don't forget, after the concert tonight, Friday night, Saturday night, head down to Newbies. They got everything set up for you. 10th caller right now, free tickets, pair of free tickets, Gulf Coast Jam. Be right back.
Keep the game going with ESPN Northwest Florida. Just because you get out of the car doesn't mean the sports talk and live play-by-play have to end. Just say, hey Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida. From Michigan Avenue to the man cave, from the car to the kitchen, we've got you covered. Keep the game going. Hey Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida.
Full residential and commercial projects from start to finish. Wheelhouse is ready to help. From the moment you have the thought to build to the moment you step through the front door of your finished project, Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering will walk you through all of your aspirations. Engineering, site plans, live architectural design, construction, 3D rendering, permits, and more. Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering, 850-896-6597, 850-896-6597, and online at wheelhousedba.com.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
I just got another NBA offer from Hard Rock Bet.
A Hard Rock Bet promo at the Hard Rock Bet party? That is so meta.
That's not meta. That's Meta World Peace. Meta. Tell them about Hard Rock Bet.
Hard Rock Bet has it all. Live odds for every NBA game, every player prop, same game parlays, you name it. It's the only place I play these days.
Okay, now that is meta.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
KLA Builders is a general contractor based in Panama City Beach, specializing in home remodeling, renovations, and custom projects. KLA Builders offers services like kitchen and bathroom remodels, deck construction, and full home renovations. With a focus on craftsmanship and personalized service for residential projects, KLA Builders is turning client visions into reality. For a free estimate, call KLA Builders, 850-960-5115. That's 850-960-5115.
Want to know the inside scoop on your favorite teams? From the gridiron to the hardwood to the diamond. For comprehensive sports coverage, it's ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels studio.
I've got a text. Somebody said, what's that place? I got some problems. It's called Stevenson Air Conditioning. That's where you want to go. Locals taking care of locals. That's Stevenson Air Conditioning. They're incredible. You're looking for a bike, Steve Burdishaw, swim coach at Mosley High School. They've been in business since 1979. Steve's Bike Shop, electrical bikes, standard bikes, new and used, right across the street from Sam's. Go check it out. We got a winner. We got us a Gulf Coast Jam winner, a pair of tickets. Good morning, sir. Don, how you doing?
I'm doing good, sir. How are you?
We're going to talk to you for a while. We got to get some information on you. We're going to ask some tough questions. What's your favorite college football team?
I got three of them, really. Okay. Buckeyes number one.
Ooh, boy.
Interesting.
How about that?
Yeah.
All right.
Is that two Buckeye? No, that was a Wolverine fan yesterday.
Yeah, we had Michigan people yesterday.
Too bad Jason's not here this morning.
Yeah, they'll be one nuts. Jason.
So
fired up.
So with that, he got the consolation prize.
Yeah. So you did now being a Buckeye fan, you did get that free Pepsi. I don't know about them tickets. Anyway, what's your other two teams you like?
Whoever plays Michigan and whoever plays Alabama.
Oh, my.
Man.
This is your dream color.
Whoa.
You might be all right then.
Wait a minute. Did he just say what I think he said?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Why do you hate Alabama?
Is this Jason, actually?
Mainly because my old lady's a big Alabama fan.
Oh, there you go. There you go. All right. How long have you lived down here?
Since 93.
Wow. Now, I don't get this Buckeye thing. Are you from Ohio?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. What part?
A little town called Marietta.
Marietta, Ohio. Okay.
Marietta.
Okay, so you come down here. You've been here since what year?
93.
93. And you hadn't fallen in love yet with Florida State or Florida?
No. Diehard Buckeye.
All right.
I can hear it in his voice.
Well, help us out. We're talking about our commissioner. We bow down. It's all about money. I know that, but I always say Big Ten twisted our arm. They're going to make us play 9 conference games. So we got 8 more losses, and they told the coaches we're going to have a 16-team playoff, and it's not. We're going to have 12 next year. So they kind of got misled. What about Ohio State? We were talking about that a minute ago. Ohio State's schedule this year, you go look at it. Their schedule this year is very difficult. It's one of the toughest in the country. They got Texas, top 10 team, top 5 team. They got Oregon, they're a top 5 team. They got Indiana, top 5 team. They got Michigan. That's just a couple of the games they've got. What if they go 9-3 and don't get in? And you got like a 10-1, 10-2 Houston or Kansas, somebody like that gets in. How's that going to make you feel when you play one of the toughest schedules in college football and you don't get in?
Well, we're going to get in because we ain't going to have 3 losses.
You're not listening.
well, we're not.
But if
when was
they
the last
did,
time we had 3 losses?
Yeah, I know.
We ain't had 3 losses since we had Luke Pickle as our head coach.
But do you understand where I'm coming from? I get where these coaches are upset. I do. Don't tell me something and then later on say, well, we were kidding. We made a mistake.
Well, I just say just don't lose 3 games. Just go on and win them all.
There you go. All right. That sounds good. I got you, brother. Hey, listen, before you go tonight, if you would, go by Pepper's, get you some Mexican food there, and after the game, get out to Newbies, have a great time. They got a lot of stuff set up tonight after that Les concert, and your tickets now are good for all 4 days, okay?
All right.
All right, buddy.
Just one ticket?
Yeah, you got a pair. You can take your wife. If she's an Alabama fan, you can take her.
All right.
Hey, we certainly appreciate you listening. Thank you so much for calling, and have a great, great time, okay? Don't hang up. I think Ray's got to tell you something.
Okay.
All right, don't hang up. All right. All right. Let's go back to our SEC commissioner real quick. I love him. I think he's highly intelligent. There's a couple things I wish he would have never done. Get rid of CBS. I think we should have kept them and made the ESPN pay us more. But the cupcake schedules are gone. And you can be a fan and say, hey, just don't lose the games. You can be a fan and say, I want to see tougher games. And I'm always looking from a coach's viewpoint, the assistant coaches, the people who work at the university, the athletic department, because when the head coach gets fired, they all go. They all going to look for new jobs. And I don't like the idea of us not playing a cupcake game before the Iron Bowl. In the old days, Coach Bryant and Coach Suge Jordan, they didn't play anybody. They had open week before they played that Iron Bowl.
Then when the championship game came in, they moved that game up to give you a week in case you got to the.
And then they got them a cupcake.
And they said, no, you got to push it now, and everybody's got to play Thanksgiving. So then we started adding.
Yeah.
Those epic Georgia Southern Alabama games.
Southern Mississippi. Yeah.
Gave you those rants from Coach Saban.
So now, thank you for that head coach over there. You told us, wait a minute, you told us we're going to play 16 playoff teams. We're not. We're playing at 12, but we did what you wanted. Now you just told us we're going to take away the cupcake games. Going forward, no more cupcake games. I don't know. Jeremy, you might be different. I don't like what they're doing in the SEC right now. I don't think it's good for the coaches.
It's not good for the conference.
I don't think it's good for the conference. I think we're going to have less teams getting in the playoffs. Thank you. You said it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good for the conference, and it's not good for the Georgia Southerns.
Or the Southern Mississippi.
Or the Southern Mississippi.
They get a windfall.
Or the Troys.
Or the Citadels.
Yeah.
Because those teams are making, they're making
millions.
They're making millions of dollars, which is now not only boost their whole athletic program, but in the age of NIL, now it might, you know what I mean? It gives them it equals the playing field a little bit more. At least gives them an opportunity to go out and get 1 or 2 transfer kids. You know what I mean? Maybe they maybe not get the same kid that Alabama or Florida is going to get, but now a Troy and Georgia Southern, they're on the level playing field with competing for the same kid. You know what I mean,
right. so
to speak. So you're hurting this. It's just, I don't know if it's good for college football.
Well, here's an interesting side too. I talked to a kid who played at I believe it was FAU. I get them mixed up there down south. But in the recruiting process several years ago, he was told, you're going to get to play at Tennessee. You're going to get to play at Bryant-Denny. You're going to get to never would play in those programs, but because of those money games, those guaranteed games, he got to take the field in those places.
Yeah.
I mean, you've had that similar kind of experience.
I'm glad you brought that up. When I was being recruited, now I wasn't recruited heavily. I wanted to go to Alabama when Mal Moore and they weren't going to take me. And we were holding on for Auburn. Coach Davis Brock was my high school coach, and he had played at Auburn. He said, let's hold off one more week before you sign with anybody. Because Auburn was looking at another guy. There were a couple guys they would have got. Maybe they didn't get a couple guys. Maybe I'd had a shot. That's what they were telling me anyway. And eventually I got the idea. I'm not going to Alabama. I'm not going to Auburn. So I looked at the teams that wanted me, and Southern Mississippi was playing Alabama, Auburn.
Anytime, any place, anywhere.
There
baby.
you go.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, I can still go play, like you said, in Bryant-Denny. I can go play in Legion Field. I can go play at Auburn. So that was one of the main reasons I went to Southern Mississippi. And Matt Brown did a great job recruiting us. I like Pete Jenkins was one of the coaches who recruited me.
No, that's huge. I mean, I was in the office last week with the recruiter from the Naval Academy.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things. That he was talking to one of the kids, and that's one of the things they were talking about was you come here, you're going to get to play at Indiana. You're going to play the former the national champion. You know what I mean? And for a high school kid, that's important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially when you're talking about a kid. The way the transfer portal is now. Well, if I'm a kid that, hey, out of high school, I'm not heavily recruited, and I go to Troy, Okay, well, being able to say, hey, when you're here, you're going to play South Carolina, you're going to play Oregon, and you're going to play Auburn, so to speak.
And
well, now that kid says, well, man, I got a chance in those games right here. If I go out here and show out, it improves my portal process. You know, my chances in the next year or two. That's big for a high school kid.
Yeah, and we know when those teams win those games, it's eternal. You talk about them forever.
Oh, all they talk about at Troy is beating LSU.
Yep.
Let's take a break. We'll come back, talk more. We got Jeremy Pridgeon and Jeremy Brown and Rains behind the board. Thank goodness. Hey, the next time we're going to give away tickets to Gulf Coast Jam will be 8 o'clock. But right now, let's talk about some of our great sponsors. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Do you want to look better, feel better? Yeah, we all do. Max Fit Sports Nutrition can make that happen. Pier Park, 23rd Street. Jason Kilvalesi is incredible. Matter of fact, I'll talk to Jeremy about him a little bit later. Also, Kyle Vandergriff. I saw Kyle yesterday and his beautiful family, Judy, Don, all of them. I saw the whole family. Elizabeth Seegers. I saw, heck, half of your church was there. Anyway, Vandy Roofing, TK Vandy Roofing, general contracting. They design, can build commercial, residential. They do it all. You want something built, a schoolhouse built, they'll do it. Kyle's incredible. Listen to him tomorrow right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. You want that yard to look absolutely beautiful, like a golf course. We can make it happen. You got bugs in the house, we'll get rid of them for good. You got bugs eating your yard up, they'll be gone for good. Who am I going to go with? Go local, go somebody you can trust. Turf Pro Pest Control, #1. Patrick Garner is incredible. Listen to Patrick every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Yeah, he's local. His beautiful daughter's a cheerleader at Mosley. His son's getting ready to go to Mosley. And he's got a gorgeous wife, by the way, too. I don't know how he pulled all that off. We'll be right back. 104.3, 8 o'clock. The next time you'll win a pair of Gulf Coast Jam tickets. Be right back.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Cade Cunningham, as much as everybody wanted to include him in the MVP conversation, this is where legacies are built. This is where you validate that. When somebody says, man, that guy played his heart out. He played great. Well, he didn't. When you don't score in the second half of a Game 7?
It's the Dan Patrick Show. Weekday mornings from 9 till 11. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with Thursday's weather forecast. A likelihood of thunderstorms and partly cloudy this afternoon. An evening with a high near 83 and a wind 13 to 17 miles per hour. Some clouds tonight and a temperature of 77. About the same tomorrow around 84 with a chance of thunderstorms in the morning and afternoon. And then some clouds. Lightly sprinkling Saturday and quite warm around 82. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
It's time to take your season to the next level when the Jaguars return to the bank in 2026. Become a season ticket member and unlock exclusive access to ticketed events, members-only experiences, NFL membership club perks, and more. Availability is limited due to in-bowl renovations, so don't wait. Call 904-633-2000 or visit jaguars.com/season tickets to secure your spot at the center of the action. We'll see you at the bank this fall.
Are you tired of little radio stations with little signals that drop off at the edge of town? Oh, bless their hearts. This is the most powerful sports signal in the Panhandle. You found the Sports Talk monster. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Sports Blitz Sports Radio. You go online and watch that. Mark McLeod is interviewing quite a bit of those coaches. We'll talk to Mark Wednesday about this, but if you want to go online and look at that, that's pretty cool also. Thank you, Mark, for that. Appreciate you guys listening. We're going to give away some tickets at 8 o'clock. And the second time, we're going to let you know around 8:15 what time we'll do it. But you want to listen all day long. We might throw a curveball in here, too. You never know. I don't know. Tell them we might give away something else as tickets. I don't know yet. We might just do something. Maybe a date with Jeremy Pridgeon. I don't know. Free minister.
We go eat lunch somewhere.
We can do something. Coach, I want to talk to you about something. The ones that all these rule changes, the people that hurt the most are the high school athletes. And I knew it was coming. We talked about this. Matter of fact, Mark McLeod and I talked about it probably 4 or 5 years ago when all this stuff was heading the way it is right now, with everybody being a transfer, go where they want to go. And this is just my personal opinion. You tell me, because you're there. I'm not there anymore. You know I don't. To me, I think now, if I'm a college coach, and Jeremy, put your brain, help me out with this. I'm a college coach, and I'm looking, am I going to sign a kid at a high school? I can see a great skill player. I'll probably go with him. We have seen great skill players come in and play early, and as freshmen. Now, saying all that leads me to this. If I'm going to recruit high school athletes, the one position I'm going to be very careful of, and maybe not sign, because I can go to the SEC, the Big Ten, or another conference that's got big physical offensive linemen that can play now. I don't have to worry about developing them. I see it on tape. They can play. They got the height, they got the weight, they got the speed, they got the feet. I'm going to go with them. If I go to a high school kid and sign him, I got to develop him. You don't see many high school offensive linemen start as a true freshman. Every once in a while you do, but that's rare. So I think the position and the players that hurt the most across the board are high school athletes now. I think it's hard to get a scholarship at any time. I think it's tougher on the high school coaches. But that one position is the offensive line. If I'm a coach, I'm probably not going to sign a whole lot of offensive linemen out of high school. I'm going to go get a guy that's already been developed. Have you seen that? Is there any? Am I crazy what I'm saying? Does that make any sense?
No, Coach, you're 100% on. I mean, that's spot on. It's, your football players across the board, your 4- and 5-star guys, high school guys, they're still getting signed. They're still, going major college. It's those lower tier guys now that are, a lower tier guy that used to, would sign with Auburn. You know what I mean? Because they were signing 38, 42 high school kids. Right. Well, now they're signing 8. You know what I mean? And it's so position specific to where those guys are kind of getting left out. But the offensive line is the one. And every recruiter I talked to this spring that came by, we've got a really good offensive lineman at Bay, Charles Grubbs, one of the best in North Florida, one of the best I've ever coached. But he's not I think he's a 4 or 5-star, but he doesn't have, he didn't have the exposure here in Bay County and that kind of stuff. But, he's a guy that a lot of schools are, they're saying, Coach, he's a good player, but Coach, we're not signing any high school offensive lineman, not one. And they're saying, I'm asking why, and they're saying, well, Coach, we don't have time to develop them anymore. Like we after the spring, I had one school that said, Coach, we had 3 starting offensive linemen portaled out after the spring.
Wow.
And so now we got to go fill those spots. Well, you're not filling that spot with a high school kid. You're filling that spot with you're gonna take a kid. If you're at Alabama, you'd be better off taking a kid that played at Faulkner over a kid that played high school. Because at least the kid's got college experience.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so there's just and then I think there's still a lot of the coaching parity as far as the similarities where. Okay, well, the offensive coordinator at Alabama, he coached he coached a guy that's now maybe the offensive line coach at Furman.
Right.
Well, now he can say, Coach, you got any linemen? Because they use the same terminology because they're from the same coaching tree. They use the same scheme and the same stuff, and so that stuff plays into it as well. I mean, it's a whole big it's a whole big thing. Now there are a lot of moving parts. You know what I mean? That the people on the outside don't. They just think, well, you got these great, you got these really good high school players. They should be going to Florida State and Florida. Well, 10 years ago they would have,
right?
But not now. It's a different now. Your FAMUs and your Alabama States. They've become your junior college now. Hey, let's go there. You can go there and play college football for a year or two, get some coaching, get developed, and then bam, you wind up at Florida or you wind up at Miami.
There you go. I'm glad I brought that up. And it's so much tougher now on you guys to get these guys scholarships.
It is. It's tough.
It's
the recruiting thing's always been. Coach. Even when you were coaching, I mean, it was it was a crazy game, but it's even worse now, and it's tough in Panama City. We talk about it all the time, just because we're so landlocked. Like I was telling my wife the other night, you know what I mean? Like you get these coaches that that do that, what they call the I-10 corridor. They go from Tallahassee to Mobile, right? Well, they hit all these schools, and it's like, well, why didn't Bay High or Mosley or Arnold or Bozeman or Rutherford, why didn't we have 48, 50 schools come by? All those schools were all these different schools. Well, it's because when they come down 10, they're still 45 minutes to an hour when you get off on 231 to get to Panama City.
Yeah. Right.
Or you get off to get to Arnold. You know what I mean? And so it's just, and now it's so they're so position specific. It used to be area recruiting. They don't even area recruit anymore. Wow. Like, used to coach, you say, hey, that's my area. I'm going to visit every school in my area. Right. And the schools gave them time to do that. Well, now the coach is saying, Coach, we don't even area recruit anymore. We're recruiting specific position, specific guys.
Wow.
And so even though we may have an offensive lineman this year he's a really, really good, a really good football player. Well, if it's a year to where schools are not recruiting a lot of offensive linemen, you're not going to get a ton of traffic.
See, I didn't know that. That is crazy.
There's not a lot of air recruiting going on anymore.
He made a great point.
Great point there. And then I pulled up the numbers. Over 10,500 college football players entered the portal. So they're in there competing, as well with every high school senior getting ready to graduate. So you really pressed those high school seniors.
And then we're not even talking about and some of the colleges are, they've gotten a little bit more vocal about it in the last 6 to 8 months, the tampering that's going on. Like, it's hard to imagine a kid that's at Alabama. It's hard to imagine him getting in the portal if he hasn't already talked to somebody to where he's going. You know what I mean? So there's a little bit of that going on too.
You made some great. I'm glad you brought that up. We were down in Cape Coral, and the amount of coaches that come through, and of course it was different back then. Everybody came regardless, but we had the population so great down there, and the great players, great weather, all those things. So we started, and of everything I've done, I'm more proud about this than anything. We started a recruiting fair down there, and what we did, Jeremy, we brought in. It wasn't for Division I, Division II, III, smaller schools. We brought in probably 50 coaches. I went and got a hotel. This is where we're going to stay. They gave us a break. They don't have a big budget to travel. I went to restaurants. We had free meals, lunch and dinner. And what we did, all those coaches would come in for 2 days. The first day, we would have our library. We had a huge school at Cape Coral, a huge library. Everything was set up with projectors everywhere and VCR tapes and TVs and everything. Mm-hmm. So the first day, the coaches would have the tapes and they meet with high school coaches throughout the whole library. And they were in a circle. It took all day long. And we had a big social dinner that night. So they liked coming. They had a good time. They said, Coach, this is incredible. Then the next day, at that night, the party, they would give each coach they liked, the players, they'd give them a list. That list would have 7 names on it because we're talking smaller schools. And then they would go at home and they would call those players and their families. They would come in the next day and meet with those coaches, and they knew who they were going to recruit. We did that. And I don't think there was a rule against that at that time for the players and coaches to meet with that level of players. And we got kids getting scholarships all over the country. Now, I think that would even be better because everybody's going to these smallest. Huntington College is going to get good players. Faulkner's going to get good players. That's where you're going to have to start sending your players that can play, that used to play at these at the Southern Misses, the Troys.
Right.
So you're still doing a good job getting kids players to a different level.
Getting them places to play. But the 4-year come stay at this school, graduate from this school is not going to be for the kid who wants to continue to move up.
I don't know if you could do a recruiting fair here, though, because of what he just got through saying. The population there was so great, they wanted to come there.
Yeah, right.
Here, we don't have the numbers like they do in Southwest Florida.
No. Right. I know for a while they were doing one over at Navarre when Coach Walls was there.
Yeah.
I think they may do one in Tallahassee, but again, it's
still not big numbers.
There's schools, right there in, Tallahassee. Then you got Taylor County, Jefferson County, Gadsden County, Wakulla that's right there, Coach, when I was down at Venice for those years, we used to go to that recruiting fair.
Yeah,
we had.
I started that thing.
We had kids that we had kids every year that were going to Maryville, that were going to Tusculum, that were going to those type of.
I love your coaches. They were good people.
Those type of schools. When Coach Coleman was there, and then Coach Peacock, who's the head coach there now, we're still really good friends. But that was. Especially back before you had social media,
technology.
The technology and stuff, like that was about the only way you were going to get your average high school football player. You know what I mean? We're not talking about the Trey Smiths that played at that played at Auburn.
You coached him
4 years.
I remember that.
Yeah. He was a pretty good football player.
Played at Auburn.
Yeah, he rushed for. Coach, he rushed for 127 against Alabama his true freshman year.
Did y'all win the state that year?
His junior year.
Yeah.
We won it his junior year, and then
when we used to play Venice, we beat them by 50. They were terrible.
I remember the year we got there, and our first year was '99, and the year before we got there, they said Cape Crow Mariner had Ernest Graham.
Yes,
and they said that they said he was still scoring touchdowns. They said that joker ran all over
Ernest did
Venice.
that to a lot of people, though.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. We get back. Hey, get those phones ready. We're gonna give away a pair Gulf Coast Jam. Keith Urban, all those great entertainers. These tickets are incredible, man. You're going to have a blast. All you got to do is give us a call. If you don't make it, hang up and call right back. Don't give in. Don't give up. Never quit. 104.3. What's the number? 215-6290. 215-6290. Call us. The 10th caller is going to get a pair of tickets. But I got to talk about a couple of people right now. Let's talk about Stevenson Air Conditioning. Love Jason. The guy is incredible. They're going to have our Bama update when we get back. If you have any problems day or night with your heating unit, breaks down, you call local people. You call Stevenson Air Conditioning. Also, don't forget about Beef O'Brady's Lynnhaven. Love Pat, does an incredible job. Go watch all the softball games over there today. Tomorrow you can watch college baseball. Beef O'Brady's at Lynnhaven. You're already over in Lynnhaven. Go by David Adamson's Designer Jewelry. Russ, Amber, and Patrick, they'll take care of you. They got an estate sale going on the entire month. Great merchandise. Go check it out, and they deal. If you got some jewelry you want to sell, you got some gold, silver you want to sell, go take it to Russ, Amber, and Patrick. They'll give you the top dollar. I'm telling you, they're great people. Love them. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN. Call right now. If you want a pair of tickets, call 215-6290. The legendary 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. I can't believe it.
The new app from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is designed specifically for sports fanatics like you. The sports content you demand is always on. Live stream our national and local sports talk anywhere you go. Reach us on all social media. You can also be a part of the show. Call and text into our studios. Plus, up-to-the-minute weather and traffic maps. The new app from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is available at the Apple Store and Google Play.
Good morning. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with Thursday's weather forecast. A likelihood of thunderstorms and partly cloudy this afternoon. An evening with a high near 83 and a wind 13 to 17 miles per hour. Some clouds tonight and a temperature of 77. About the same tomorrow around 84 with a chance of thunderstorms in the morning and afternoon. And then some clouds. Lightly sprinkling Saturday and quite warm around 82. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
At Brock Lawn and Pest Control, we're proud to be awarded the distinction of being Quality Pro certified.
Our technicians have passed rigorous training in eco-friendly application and prevention of pest treatments.
Part of the program is the practice of integrated pest management.
IPM's goal is to prevent pests from ever entering your home. It includes inspection, prevention, education, and, when necessary, application.
We're proud to be Quality Pro certified.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control, the standard and level of trust.
WGSX Lynnhaven, WVLQ Port St. Joe, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hi everyone, this is Tracy with Tracy's Fine Jewelry and Gifts in beautiful downtown Panama City. After nearly 40 years in the jewelry business, I'm so excited to welcome you to my very own store. Whether you're celebrating love, family, or life's special moments, we're here to help you find something truly beautiful. From diamonds and fine jewelry to unique gifts and custom design, we invite you to come experience the difference. Tracy's Fine Jewelry and Gifts, putting a sparkle on Bay County.
Do you know who I am?
If he was the last person on Earth,
I'm kind of a big deal.
mankind would still have a chance.
We may have to repopulate the Earth.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
I'm very important.
Live from the J. Michael Studio at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Stand up, put your hand over your heart. I don't know if Coach Brown will do that or not. Love it. Jerry, is that not the greatest fight song in the history of college? You know who this is, baby. Hate us, love us, you know who it is. Roll Tide. Alabama Updates brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. Love Jason. Graduated from Mosley High School. You can't get more local than that. Stevenson Air Conditioning, #1. Not even close. Go local. Go Stevenson Air Conditioning. They're there anytime, day or night. We got a winner. We got the Gulf Coast Jam winner. They're going to have a blast tonight. Keith Urban's the big star tonight. Let's take the caller from Justin. Hello, sir.
What's going on, Coach? How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Man, I'm hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit, but I'm hanging.
Hey, where do you live, on town or the beach?
I'm actually in Gulf Breeze, but I spent a lot of time out there and working around after Hurricane Michael, and I still keep all my contacts and come out there because I kind of like it out there better.
Gulf Breeze, that's pretty up there, man. That's good. Now,
It's all right.
Tell me your favorite college football team, and I hope you say something good.
Well, I'll tell you what, I do it by conference, so I got a few. My all-time favorite is because it's where I grew up and family ties. They've all gone to that school. Unfortunately, it's WSU. Go Cougars. They're part of that silly conference over there.
Washington State.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a silly conference, though, in my opinion. It's nothing like, our Sun Belt and, all that.
That too, I think.
When Saban was coaching, I guess I liked watching Saban. It wasn't that I was a huge Alabama fan. I just really liked what Saban did.
We'll take that. We'll take that. Thank you.
So I'll go with that. And just about anybody that'll beat Georgia. I guess that's another one.
I like that conference.
I love Kirby now. I love Kirby. Go ahead.
Yeah, Kirby's awesome. Yeah, he is. I think he come down to Panama City a couple of times. I seen him when I was eating lunch at a few different places there.
Yeah, him and Barry. They usually they stay over there in 30A, and when his daddy was alive, he always brought his mom and dad down here. They played golf at Bay Point. But
that's right.
I'm gonna tell you what. You know him. He is a great man.
He is.
I love Kirby.
He'll walk through the restaurant and shake everybody's hand.
Yeah, he's a good person. He really got a good heart. Well, his dad was a high school coach. His mother. I mean, that's a great family. They got great people. Great people.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, let me ask you something. How did you get from Washington to Florida? How did that happen?
Well, it went actually Washington to a few other states, and then
are you military?
Traveling around doing work. And no, sir. No, sir. I used to build like salt domes and fertilizer domes for the DOT.
Wow.
And for some private companies. So they would send us all over, and then that got into doing like storm work, and I kind of branched off on my own.
That's awesome, man.
Did you been doing that ever since?
Did you marry a Southern girl, or did you just stay with those?
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried.
Yeah.
Still kind of working on it.
I hear you.
We've been together a long time, though.
Hey, don't say anything. So am I. Don't say anything.
I know, right?
No, that was a joke. No, that's crazy. Do you like the South? What's it like living in Washington?
Oh, yeah. I'm never leaving.
Yeah, what's it like up there? Are they good people up there? I guess they're good people everywhere, but what's it like up there?
Well, you can find good people up there, but I moved a long time ago, early 2000.
Yeah.
Before it got too crazy. The wilderness, the parks, the land is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous, especially if you like all the seasons. You get every part of it, But honestly, it's crazy over there. It's the bureaucracy and all that, and just the politics, and it's a mess, in my opinion. It's a mess.
No, you're
but
right.
if you go for the sights and sounds, you can find good people still. But Washington's the place to go to if you want to go up into the mountains, you want to go to see some national parks, wildlife, great salmon fishing, stuff like that.
Yeah. How big is sports there? Do they love college football?
Oh, they're huge because even though you got that seasonal thing, you can't do like football year round like you can here, like my son did, and
Yeah.
He got the scholarship, got to go to college ball, all that, and that was because we're down here.
Yeah.
Up there, it just kind of turns into, you get winter sports. So,
Right.
if you're, like, say, if you're a downhill mountain bike rider, you still go down the same hill, just on a snowboard or skis.
Wow.
When it's
That's
winter
crazy.
time.
That's crazy. Well, I tell you what, man, I'm glad you're down here. You sound like one of us. We love you. Thank you so much for
Coach,
listening,
I've been
man.
in the station a few times now, giving you some. I think I gave you a pretty cool sign. I don't know if we should talk about what sign it was. Some people might get mad, but
When was
I sent
that?
you a message yesterday.
When was
Oh,
it?
gosh,
yeah, that
like
was. Did you? That was you?
2021?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were going through all that COVID stuff and everything like that, and I had a funny little sign about mocking some of the people there in the government
baby.
wearing their masks.
Love it. Love it. That was awesome. Yeah, you're highly intelligent. Believe me. That's awesome.
Well, thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
I guess I better take that with a grain of salt, though, huh?
No. Hey, don't hang up. Randy's going to tell you everything you got to do. You have a great time. Look for me tonight. I'm going to be out there tonight. I think I'm going to start it off. Yeah, I think they're going to let me sing the first song. Not.
Well, if not, we still got to catch up on lunch. I won Brave tickets a long time ago, but then Hurricane Helene there, she came and tore that all up, and we didn't get to go. But I was going to stop through Panama City and, hit you up, go have lunch or something like that, make Randy pick up the tab. And,
absolutely. Yeah, let's definitely do that. Let's definitely do that. I want to get a picture of
We're
that.
losing the caller.
he said you're breaking up. He can't hear you.
Yeah, my goodness.
All right, buddy. Thank you, Justin. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you, sir.
All right, guys. Hey, awesome show today.
Thank you, buddy. I got some stars in here today now. I got the stars.
I see that.
Yeah,
I don't know
awesome.
about that.
All right, let's go. Alabama Crimson Tide. What do you got for the mighty Crimson Tide?
A lot going on up in Tuscaloosa and tied to the end of the spring season here. First time since 2023, Alabama baseball is hosting a regional and has the very coveted number 7 seed, which means if they advance out of the regional, they would host the super regional. In 23, we were the 16, and we won the region and then had to travel to Wake Forest, who was number 1, and that ended that run. So Alabama's welcoming Oklahoma State, USC Upstate, South Carolina Upstate, and Alabama State to the Joe for games this weekend. Alabama and Alabama State played once in February. That was a 2-1 ball game. So they don't need to overlook the Hornets, who won the SWAC. They beat Florida A&M at Rickwood. Oklahoma State's coming in as an at-large. They were beaten by Kansas in the Big 12 tournament. Of course, Kansas hosting the regional out there where Arkansas is going. But a lot of baseball going on this weekend there. Hopefully, Alabama can make their way through. And guess who we're opposite of in the bracket?
Florida.
Florida State.
Florida State. That's right.
Yeah. So the
Southern Miss is opposite of Florida.
Yeah. Southern Miss is opposite Florida, but if Florida State wins their regional in Tallahassee, which is going to be a tough one with Coastal Carolina there, then Florida State would travel to Tuscaloosa, and that would be a great best 2 out of 3. Speaking of Florida State and Alabama, we now know kickoff time for the Florida State-Alabama game.
2:30.
2:30. Yeah. That's exactly right, which we kind of
Not 11
anticipated.
o'clock.
Not 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
We do open at 11 with East Carolina. We know that one now. And we learned Alabama-Kentucky game is also a 2:30 ball game there in Lexington. So a conference game week 2. So the SEC and ABC will announce those windows that they'll put the games in here in a few days. I think June 10th. And now they kind of have this like flex time where it could be any time, or they'll say this is going to be early, or this is going to be afternoon, or this is going to be night to try to help fans kind of plan. But the big one ABC has the night Alabama and Florida State play is LSU Ole Miss, which they've already locked into prime time. So,
and they should. That'd be fun.
That was going to be crazy.
That's going to be a good one to watch. That's going to be fun.
What are they going to hit Lane with? Mustard,
mustard, golf balls. Yeah, you name it. So that was pretty much a given when you saw the schedule come out.
What we know about the baseball, know about softball. I haven't kept up what Coach has said in Destin. Have you heard anything, Coach's comments?
I have not heard much from DeBoer. Very, very quiet there, which I'm not surprised by, honestly. When you start to look at the pecking order in the SEC and who sort of views themselves as the de facto spokesperson, Kirby's going to be the most vocal. Sarkisian right in behind him.
Right.
Drinkwitz will have some commentary that'll keep you, on your sort of analytical like he is, but that just doesn't seem to be DeBoer's kind of forte to grab the mic and
What about
command
Lane
the
Kiffin
ring.
making some kind of comment about they made Saban retire? Did you see that?
Yeah.
What was that about?
That's just stoking the
Nobody
fire.
makes
No.
Saban do anything.
No, Saban.
He read the tea
He
leaves.
runs that place.
Yeah, Saban saw the I just think he saw the way college football was going and just didn't want to be a part of it anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him.
No, and I think DeBoer has realized that he's got enough attention on himself if he doesn't by not winning.
Right.
That maybe just be quiet and go try to win some football games and don't, you know what I mean, be seen and not heard, so to speak.
You have built wherever you've been is taking it. You do it the right way. You build it the right way, and you're usually good wherever you've been. I've watched your career. Your third and fourth years, you usually have done something. Now, this is his third year. Saban said be positive because I'd been kind of hard on Coach, and I think he's a great coach. I think he's a great man. I just don't know how it fits, that scheme, offense scheme at Bama, not ever running the ball. But the third year we're going to know because if you're an elite coach, if you're a good coach, year 3 and 4 is usually pretty good.
Agreed. I agree. We went up there a couple of summers ago and took Javar Bowden on a visit, and I got to go with him. And, man, Coach DeBoer was awesome. He brought him into his office, sat down and talked to him for like an hour, like just a really, really good, I think he's a really good football coach, but I always view it a little bit different as a coach and a dad, and you know what I mean, that the one thing about Coach Saban, you've never heard any of his players say anything bad about him.
Right.
And the same thing with Coach DeBoer. All the guys that have played for him at Washington, Michael Penix and those guys, they loved him. You know what I mean? And so I think he's doing it the right way. And I think, it's the hardest being the guy after the guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so with him, I think it's going to take him a little, the expectations were so high, take him a little bit longer, but I do think if they give him time, he's going to turn it around, and he's going to fit his system. He's going to figure out a way to run the ball a little bit more, and run inside zone, outside zone, kind of stuff like that. And I think it's going to wind up because he's still getting really good players. People think there's parity, and there is, but Alabama's still getting they're still getting their fair share. Trust me.
Yeah. Okay, let's take a break, Jim. We'll get back.
Yep.
You finish up?
All right,
all right, we'll be right back. Hey, you asking when are we going to give away some more tickets? Well, we'll let you know later. You got to keep listening. You got to keep listening, baby. We're going to give it away to you. We're going to get it to you. You know that this station takes care of you like no other. And I got all my friends saying, man, I got these guys been with me 10 years now. They know it works. Ask Jason Kovaleski, Max Fitzport's Nutrition. Ask Pat Perno, City Commissioner Lynn Haven. They do a great job with Beef O'Brady's. Get out and have a great meal day and tell them Coach sent you. Excuse me. All right, let's take a break.
Pat Perno said yesterday when I was in Beef O'Brady's enjoying the Wing Wednesday, he said to me, I love you guys. He goes, you do a great job. And he looks forward to coming back in the studio. You going to make it?
Yeah, that went down the wrong pipe. I got too many pipes. All right, we'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Jeremy Brown, Randy Williams. Be right back.
It's here. The 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida app version 2.0. Now featuring ultra high fidelity. You'll feel like you're in the game. Plus more opportunities to win weekly prizes from local businesses when you click it to win it. Download the 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida app today at Google Play or the Apple Store.
Good morning. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with Thursday's weather forecast. A likelihood of thunderstorms and partly cloudy this afternoon. An evening with a high near 83 and a wind 13 to 17 miles per hour. Some clouds tonight and a temperature of 77. About the same tomorrow around 84 with a chance of thunderstorms in the morning and afternoon. And then some clouds. Lightly sprinkling Saturday and quite warm around 82. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
When it comes to building smart and roofing right, TK Vandy's is the name you can trust. They're your go-to for general contracting, design build solutions, and top quality roofing. From concept to completion, they deliver excellence on time and on budget. Whether it's a custom build or a complex renovation, they've got you covered, literally. Call TK Vandy today and build something better together. TK Vandy, built with purpose, roofed with pride.
He's a beacon of light to many and an inspiration to all.
These men need inspiration.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels studio.
They're motivated by Vicodin and Road Skank.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Whoa! Ew! Hey! Martha, Kenny, James, Jenna. All the secrets, man. You get half your church, I think, is Auburn people.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable. Crazy.
Significant.
I
forgot to
will
say
say
Jeremy
that.
Brown, Auburn fan.
That's right. Exactly right.
I will say this. I'll be fair and honest. I love their fight song. I think it's awesome, too. I like their school colors. I like everything about it. Half the family was Auburn. The other half was Alabama. Before we get into Auburn update, a couple things. Pat Purnell, City Commissioner Lynn Haven, love him. He hires wonderful people, and I think he trains them the right way, too. When you walk in Before Raised Lynn Haven, it's like they know your name. That old Cheers show. It's like that. They're smiling on their face. They never have a bad day. The food's incredible. TV's everywhere. He's always giving back to Bay County Athletics.
Yes.
You know that.
Yes.
He's always done that.
100%.
Now, you got the softball tournament going on, World Series. Go watch the games there. Have a wonderful time. And then baseball, college baseball starts Friday. You got something to go see every single day before Raised Lynn Haven.
NBA Finals.
Everything.
Getting ready to
My
come up.
beautiful wife also said, I want to give a shout out to Russ. She was down at David Adamson Designer Jewelry yesterday. I was looking at all the amazing estate sales items they have. It's incredible. But she said, I watched Russ with his customers, the way he treats people, the way he works with people is amazing. They do. They're good people down there. They're wonderful people. Russ, Amber, Patrick, Amber. Now, Amber, they had a death in the family, so they weren't there yesterday. But so God bless them. Hope they're okay. But anyway, everybody, all of our sponsors are good people. Really outstanding local good people. Go visit all these guys. They're incredible. They really are. But y'all are great people, no doubt about that. All right, let me ask you both. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I love Andy Burcham. We have him on during football season and basketball season year round. Andy was just put into the Alabama Broadcasters Association Hall of Fame.
Very good.
That's awesome.
Excellent.
I saw this. I texted him. I said, congratulations. You deserve it. You're nothing but a Hall of Famer. And he texted me right back. So he is a good person, good heart.
Mm-hmm.
He, when his buddy got killed.
Yeah, Rob Bramlett.
When he got killed, he took the kids.
Took in his kids.
Wow, took over
yeah.
the kids, raised them, and him and his wife.
Yeah.
They're just wonderful, wonderful people. And he does a great job for Auburn. He does every sport. He does football, baseball, and basketball.
He's a
Not
busy
many
man.
of them do that.
No.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. But anyway, if you love listening to Auburn, you got the best guy in the world. And I love Chris Stewart, too. I think he's a great man, too. But anyway, Auburn, I want to ask you guys this. We were talking about Coach. You talked about Alabama. You like Auburn. I think they got the right guy. I love his offensive scheme. The pressure, if you're a defensive guy, they spread you out about a yard from each sideline. So if you're Saban, when he was at Tennessee, when Alabama went up there and got beat, they wouldn't get out of man coverage. And I thought, that's the first time I questioned. You don't question the GOAT. He's got the talent, and they usually get away with it. But he went man coverage almost the entire game. And they were having a hard time covering those receivers. And they were split out so far, they were getting big plays on Bama. They scored like 50 points on Alabama. That never happens. But it was the scheme. He had good players, had a good quarterback. But that scheme is outstanding. Jeremy, you know this. If you got cover two and you got two corners a yard from each sideline. You got safeties on the hash, and you got another slot guy. They got everybody out of the box. You get a run up through you get past the linebackers, you got a big play.
You get some huge running lanes, crease the defense. It's a different deal.
So I'm telling you now, if you're an Auburn fan, I think you're going to start seeing a switch. I think you're going to start seeing Auburn get better and better and better. I think they got the right dude at the head coach position now. You know them. You go out there all these different places. You're still in the game. What's your thoughts? Am I crazy or am I right about this guy?
No, I think Coach Goldis is going to do a phenomenal job. I mean, you can win at USF.
Yeah,
you can probably win in a lot of places. You know what I mean? But he, I felt, like you said, I think as an Auburn, just as a fan, you know what I mean. I've been a fan since I was a kid. Just want to see good quarterback play.
Yeah,
just nice to see we had Cam Newton and then you had Nick Marshall, and Nick was kind of a different type of, wasn't going to always beat you with his arm, but made enough plays with his arm. You know what I mean? But I think what I love after seeing what I saw at USF and then kind of following Auburn through the spring with the quarterback situation and everything is, like you said, that system bodes well for a quarterback that can throw it and run it a little bit.
Right.
And the one thing I like about Golish's system probably more than anything is that he's not afraid to run the quarterback. He doesn't sit here and say, hey, we got to be careful. He goes and recruits guys that can take the pounding. I mean, he goes and recruits those 220-pound dudes that can run the football. The man, when you spread people out like that and your quarterback's got the potential to run it and you're not afraid to run him, you literally put pressure on defense on all three areas.
Right.
And that's hard to defend. And like you said, now defensively you're trying to match that pressure, and you know how it is. Sometimes when you're trying to match that, that's when you get beat deep.
Right.
And you get those big plays, and he's known for his offenses having explosive plays, big plays. So I'm excited. I'm probably more excited about this football season watching Auburn than I have been, because the last few years I just hadn't been a ton of excitement with
last 5 years.
Yeah, it's been kind of tough.
Jerry, I want to ask you. You're an Alabama guy, and what's your take on the Bama fans across? I think some of them are arrogant, not like me. Some of them, I think in their mindset, this is just another Auburn coach. But you know the sport really well. Aren't you kind of concerned about what's going to happen there in Auburn in the future? I think next year they're going to be good. This coming up here, they're going to be good.
I tell you, I did not like the hire because I'm an Alabama fan.
Tell everybody, you've seen him in action.
Yeah.
You were at South Florida.
I was at that South Florida-Alabama game where, obviously, we played the guy who went on to play lacrosse at Notre Dame, and Milroe was benched. But they gave Alabama everything they wanted, and in the return trip to Bryant-Denny,
they scored.
They scored early and often, and Alabama was penalty plagued. So he's hard nosed. He's intense. I mean, he's called this the most important summer in Auburn history. So he's creating the urgency.
Yes,
and I think that's what you have to do when you're trying to rally the base. And now it's a matter of delivering, and I think it's going to pay dividends.
All right, let me ask you this: are the Alabama fans that you know, are they kind of nervous about what's going on in Auburn? Or are they just like, most ones I know, just like, nah, man.
I think we all got familiar with him when he was at USF. I mean, it was an odd, 2-for-1 series, and there's still one game they have to come up to Tuscaloosa to finish that one. But had it not been for those games, probably would not be as aware. But the folks I'm talking to,
they know he can coach.
They know he can coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, now he's got the resources.
And I think Auburn's going to, the Alabama fans I know, and my mom and dad are Alabama fans. I was kind of the black sheep in the family. But I think it's a lot of show us first.
Yeah.
We got to win. You got to win one here, and next year, the year after, and then we'll say, hey, you know what? Maybe they're back, but Auburn's never back until we beat Alabama.
Yeah.
It's just I didn't make it that way. It's just how it is.
Right.
But circle that last game of the year at Bryant-Denny State.
Yeah,
that is their Super Bowl.
Yeah, for sure.
He will be.
And I think the one thing he did that probably stood out to me more than anything was keeping the DC.
I was getting ready to talk about that.
So many coaches come in, and whether it's ego or just familiarity, you know what I mean. But what I respected a lot about him from a coaching standpoint was, hey, the bright spot at Auburn the last couple of years has been the defense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he came in and said, hey, no ego, no none of that, man. You did a heck of a job. I want to keep you on board. And I think that was huge in the recruiting side of it too, You know what I mean? To keep the guys coming in, the guys that were there that are going to stay, and so I think that was a really smart coaching decision. X's because I think the guy's a phenomenal defensive coordinator. I mean, he's
a good recruiter.
He's had great defenses everywhere he's been, and he's a really good recruiter. So I think you get kind of a 2-for-1 with that deal.
If you've never been to a game at Auburn, Jim Brandt never had been. He went to a game. He was, my God, you're right. Akron. He played at Akron. Akron played at Auburn.
Coach, I was my wife and I were on the sideline, the kick six game.
Were you really?
We were on the Auburn. We were on the Auburn sideline.
Oh
yeah,
wow!
Me and my wife, and Greg Calhoun.
Yeah. I love Greg.
No, that's my cousin. That's my first cousin.
That.
Yeah, me and my wife and Greg and Dorinda, his wife, we were on the sideline for that game. Man, it's probably I told my wife, I said, "No, you're going to get mad, but that's just a better night than our wedding." And I'm in it. I have 110 minutes.
Hey, record that. Please record that. That's a classic.
Everything we do, we record.
Oh, my God.
Video and audio.
All right, let's talk about some of our great people. We got to take a break, come back and finish up. Let's talk about give me some time. Turf Pro Pest Control. You want that yard to look absolutely gorgeous, we can make it happen. Listen to Patrick. Patrick Garner's incredible. Listen to him every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Locals taking care of locals. They do a great job. They get rid of the bugs in the house, in the yard, in your yard. I tell you what, it will look absolutely gorgeous. Kyle Vandergrift, the family is a legendary family here. His mom and dad, his dad coached, I think, for like almost 35 years at Jinx. Legendary. I saw him yesterday. He's still looking good. Judy's beautiful. Love her inside and out. Wonderful lady. And they're boys. One son's an unbelievable athletic director, and Kyle is incredible. Everything he touches turns to gold. One of the best guys out there. Listen to him tomorrow right here in ESPN Northwest Florida. You need a new roof, or you just needed something built, a brand new house. Whatever you want done, they can do it. They're general contracting. They design and build commercial, residential. They do it all. Just like Steve's bike shop down there. They sell electrical bikes. They sell standard bikes, new and used. And heck, is he local? Yeah. They've been in business since 1979. Right across the street from Sam's on 23rd Street. Go check it out. Stevenson Air Conditioning. I cannot tell you how great they are. Jason is incredible. Family owned. They've expanded throughout the Panhandle of Florida. People love them. All you got to do is go with them one time. That's the only place you'll deal with going forward. I guarantee you that. Stevens Air Conditioning, number one, not even close. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
Spurrier is exactly that. Now, let me ask y'all this. This is going to be a intrigued answer because he's actually your head coach. Is Kiffin hanging into that eventually of the most hated coaches of all time?
Yeah, he's this era's nominee.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays, 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party. Wait, is that Ronaldinho? Ronaldinho, you think Brazil will win it all this summer?
Claro que sí.
Can I just say, you're my favorite player ever. Soccer's biggest tournament and biggest stars are coming to Florida this summer. And the place to bet it all is on Hard Rock Bet. Download the Hard Rock Bet app and back your country. Roll with us. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Men, 40% of us over 40 experience ED, but the blue pill isn't your only option. And ladies, are you living with bladder leaks? At Thrive Alternative Medicine, they're introducing the Emsella Chair, a non-invasive FDA-approved treatment for urinary incontinence and sexual wellness. It's simple. Sit in the chair, fully clothed for 28 minutes. The Emsella Chair uses high-frequency energy to stimulate your pelvic floor muscles. Patients report better sexual satisfaction and improved bladder control. Call Thrive Alternative Medicine, 850-655-7090.
Crawfish season is back and the heat is on at Lone Star Boil House. Lone Star Boil House is where the locals go for delicious, mouth-watering Cajun crawfish, shrimp, buttery red royals, and everything crab. Plus, Lone Star Boil House is now serving liquor. Get crawfish 6 days a week, open to close. To-go crawfish also available at the front bar, and crush the follow on Facebook for frequent food and drink specials. Lone Star Boil House, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
I'd like to introduce.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
Milk was a bad choice.
If I could just have your attention.
60% of the time, it works every time.
If anyone wants to switch jobs, let me know.
Live from the J. Michael Studio.
I have many leather-bound books.
At 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
That's rough.
And welcome back. The legendary 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We always giving back to you people. We want to make you happy. All right, let's talk about something. I'd gone, Jeremy had done this. We had looked at the tickets to games. I want to get, I'm going to go to, when Saban was there, I had no problem getting tickets. It's changed so much now. I want to go to the FSU game. I got to get at least 6 tickets. Kyle Vandergrift's going to help me out. So if anybody else out there wants to call and give me free tickets, I want a lower level too. I won't take them. Free tickets to the Alabama FSU game in Tuscaloosa. Just call and let me know. Then you give them to me. But anyway, this is your cheapest tickets to SEC conference games. I'm going to ask you 2 experts, what's going to be the cheapest ticket next year in SEC play?
Like really the cheapest ticket?
Yes.
The bare bottom?
What 2 teams play in this game?
Vanderbilt and Kentucky.
Sir, you're highly intelligent. The numbers, the second cheapest team ticket is Vandy at Kentucky, $41.
Hey, wow.
You're incredible.
You ought to get the family package deal.
Yeah, we can all go to that. Now, that was number 2.
That's number 2.
You did. That's great though. You got that. What's number 1? The cheapest ticket SEC competition. What 2 teams?
What 2 teams? Cheapest ticket.
Who's been losing a lot lately?
Probably say Mississippi State and Kentucky.
Sir, you're amazing. You're not. You didn't get it all right, but you got one of the teams right.
Okay. Mississippi State. What? Missouri.
Unbelievable. Yes. Yeah, I tell you what. These 2 guys are brilliant. The cheapest ticket this year to go see an SEC game will be Missouri at Mississippi State to get in. Good ticket, $35. Can you believe that? Wow. $35 to go to an SEC game. You got number 1.
What weekend do they play? I may ask
2.
Abby if she wants to go to Starkville.
Yeah, right. What's number 3? It's still, you should get it because you both mentioned both names. One of the team is in it. This game. The other team you mentioned was in the other game.
Mississippi State and Vanderbilt.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Actually, they're tied with Kentucky, so I was kind of screwed that up. So Vandy at Mississippi State was the other one. Missouri at Arkansas was number 4.
Wow.
Really? That's kind of a rivalry game.
Yeah. Missouri at Arkansas. Even the ticket cost? $44.
Mercy.
44. This is what blew my mind. Mississippi State at LSU.
Oh,
not at Starkville, at LSU. $48.
Yeah. The state's not traveling.
Golly. All right.
Well, the cheap Missouri tickets, that's good. Any of the local fans want to go watch Cam Keys play.
Yeah.
They played at Mosley. That's at Missouri.
I enjoy watching Missouri. I went to the Missouri-Alabama game when Hurricane Michael hit. That weekend it hit, and they knew we were over in Birmingham, and they said, hey, come on, watch a game. So we went
awesome.
over the game.
I've actually been to a game on campus at Missouri years ago.
I want to go. You saw Bill Solomon. He was been here.
It was Missouri, Nebraska years ago, but it was fun.
that was a good.
I think. What do you think about Missouri this year? They've been pretty good.
Yeah, they lost some guys on defense. I think losing the Amari Wilson, Damon Wilson on the defensive side of the ball. He was the number 1 portal guy in the whole portal. Wound up at Miami.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna that's gonna hurt him. But Drinkowitz,
he's a good coach.
They're offensively, man. He's so innovative, and they spread you out and do some things. They're always fun to watch on the offensive side of the ball. They're always gonna be in games because they can score some points.
You mentioned him. A lot of schools were talking to him. He got a big raise to stay. I don't know how.
Yeah, Florida was talking to him. Auburn was talking to him. I mean, he was very well courted during the offseason.
All right, this is the 6th cheapest ticket. South Carolina at Arkansas, $48 also. Oh, I can't. This hurts my heart. I would pay this for this. I would. Auburn at Mississippi State, $57. Pretty good deal. Mm-hmm. Pretty good deal. Mississippi State's in all these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw a thing the other day that and shout out to my man Reed Garrett. This is not a shot at you or Miss Leanne, but Auburn's beaten Mississippi State more since like 1953 than any other school in the SEC. So they're our biggest win.
Kentucky at South Carolina, $67.
Yep.
Here we go again. Oklahoma at Mississippi State, $73. That's the brand Oklahoma.
In a related story, I bet they're all announced in the early time slot.
Yeah, they're going to be playing at
11 o'clock kickoff. SEC. Mississippi State is the
10 Eastern.
Right, exactly.
Yes. Kentucky's in quite this. So the teams, the 4 teams that you see quite a bit, you can get into the games, not play a lot of money. Kentucky, Mississippi State, Vandy, and I hate to say that, Missouri.
You know, it's crazy with Kentucky too, because they seem to always play those games close.
Yeah.
Like, they don't get blown out a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like the new coach.
Yeah,
I like him.
Yeah, I was glad that he kept Anwar.
Yeah.
Stewart, Bay High grad,
That's
former teammate of mine, really good friend of mine. I'm glad he kept him on as D-line coach.
Yeah.
And the last ticket I'm going to talk about is the most expensive of the 10 of them. It was Kentucky at Missouri, $85. That stadium, if you've seen it, it's finished now. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
The power of the SEC. You build it, they will come. All right, I want to ask you both. I've already said it. Florida, Auburn are going to be the surprise team. That game, I believe the kickoff of that game is going to be at 6:30 at Auburn.
Nice.
Southern Mississippi at Auburn. That game will kick off either at 6:30 or 6:45. Prime time, Southern Mississippi, the power of the Harvard of the South. Academically, will beat any school in the SEC. So I'm looking forward to that one. I might go watch that game. I might go watch
Y'all
Southern.
do. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to support that effort?
I think it was on number 11.
Listen, I know somebody else got tickets to the FSU game. I keep hinting. And some people, are you going to that game?
Yeah, I mean, Jordan heard 2:30. Like, we're in.
Coach, I might be able to help you out with the FSU game.
Oh, don't forget me. I
might be able to help you out.
I need some help.
Hey, traffic coming home that night actually be pretty bad. Normally get 82 south and I can run. Everybody will be heading back to Tallahassee.
Well, see, we just got to go. We just got to go to Birmingham.
Yeah.
Which, still, that's 100 miles an hour.
Right.
Oh yeah.
100,000 people leaving at one time. Anyway, my question. I got both you guys in here. We just talked about the Florida Auburn. I think they both can be really good. I like Florida's
I'm glad that's
coach.
a night game.
Yeah, I am too. I like Florida's coach. What do you know? Have you met him? Has he been recruiting? Have you seen him?
Yeah, we went to the clinic back in February, March, and their whole staff was there. I got to know Coach Summerall a little bit when he was at Troy, and then his tight ends coach was actually at Murray State when I was at Mosley, and recruited a kid that we had, Najee Gray. So I've got to know Coach McKissick really well, and we were pretty tight. But man, Coach Summerall, I think the thing that jumps out about me listening to him the first time was how intense he is. Like, he is so intense and intentional with building relationships, and just he was so thorough with what I love what they do on special teams. You know, they were great on special teams when he was at Kentucky. They were great on special teams when he was at Troy. They were great on special teams at Tulane. And that's kind of the thing with Florida, that they're going to be elite on special teams. And when you're trying to put a program together, one of the best ways to win close games is to beat people in special teams. And you can tell that's a passion of his. But yeah, man, he's got a great staff. They got really good players, and I think he's gonna do a phenomenal job.
The fastest way to blow a game is getting beat in the kicking game.
Coach, I lose sleep more thinking about punt team and kickoff return than I ever do about offense and defense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean, daggone punt team, kickoff return.
I was always worried about punt protection, and then you got to don't get the punt blocked.
Right.
And then you got to cover. And usually when you're worried about punt protection, you don't get down the field quick enough getting your lanes to cover them, so you worry about that. And I'm with you. And then every time we quit kicking the ball deep. A lot of years we kick it on the ground. Hell, we kick it, sky kick it.
We're seeing so many teams now. We play so many teams. They line up in shotgun and just have the quarterback punch it out there, because then at least because then if they don't realize that he's punting and they hit him, you still get roughing the punter. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that's kind of we're seeing more teams do that too.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Yeah, the infrequency of the special teams play is just your vulnerability.
And I think it's early in the year.
Yeah, and I think it's time. You know what I mean? But he gave us some nuggets at the clinic, man. Just some little 5-minute periods that he does throughout the practice that just kind of they focus on certain areas of kickoff teams. You know, it's so hard to practice because you're not going to have kids run down there and bang.
Contact,
but they do some close proximity type drills and stuff that we're going to incorporate them. Start doing them this summer. But you see stuff like that, and you're like, man, this guy he's very thorough and he gets it. You know what I mean? And so I'm excited. And it's hard for me to say because I'm an Auburn fan.
What about the guy recruiting, man? Florida's in one. I think it's on 3. One of them, he's 4th in the nation recruiting. I mean, Florida hadn't been there in a long time.
No.
I guess that's why he's intense. He knows all these people, but man, I'm impressed.
Well, you think about it. I mean, the state of Florida is akin to Texas, akin to California. You have to win your state.
Yeah.
And the talent's here to be able to compete nationally year in and year out. So that's the key. A place like Alabama, yes, you've got some in-state talent, but not at the level. You're going to have to bring people in and recruit heavily. And so it's a different dynamic. But you look at just the central southern part of the state that you guys know very well. Mine that talent and give kids a chance and give them the opportunity to stay closer to home with some money. I think it's a
in the
win-win.
environment at Florida. I mean, I don't care who they're playing. The environment's great.
Oh my
They've
God.
upgraded their facilities. Their new field house, coaching office, their new football facility, their standalone facility, top notch.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's coach. It's really, really, really nice. They've kind of
The
caught
indoor
up a little
practice
bit.
facility, is it as nice as Auburn's? I like Auburn's.
Yes, it's very similar.
Okay.
But it's really nice. The facilities, man, they've upgraded, so people are pouring some money into that thing, and they're gonna.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna be pretty good.
Hey, when and everybody was going nuts, Lane Kiffin's going to be the coach at Florida. I knew that. I knew it when I called up here and talked to one guy, and he said something about the AD, and I knew then Kiffin ain't doing that.
Right.
He's going to go where he can control and run everything. But it doesn't happen to you; it happens for you. I think they both wound up where they needed to be. Summerall, I think, is a better fit at Florida. He's more of a team guy. Lane, better at LSU. I think they fit better together. So I think we all came out really well in this thing. I really do. It doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. All right, when we get back, we're going to do something for you. You call us, and don't give up. Keep calling. If you don't make it the first time, just call back. Call back. Don't give in. Don't quit. The 10th caller, we're going to give you a pair. Gulf Coast Jam tickets to go have a great time tonight. Give us a call, 10th caller. But right now, give me time to do a couple commercials anyway. Pepper's Mexican Grill. You want some great Mexican food. You can go there, eat tonight before the concert. Go to Pepper's on Panama City Beach Parkway. And don't forget, you buy a house margarita, the next one's free. Draft beer, the same thing. Great food, great atmosphere. Go check it out. You'll be glad you did. Tell them that Coach sent you. Also, don't forget the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant today. The best seafood, ice cold beer. Get out to the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. Jason Kovaleski, Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Do you want to feel better, look better? Jason can make it happen for you. I guarantee the guy's incredible. I know Jeremy Brown's one of the smarter coaches around here. He's taking advantage of Jason. Those kids can get bigger, stronger. Jason can sit down and tell you what to eat, what not to eat, what vitamins you need to take, creatine. They can do it all. The guy's incredible. And I love Jermaine Allen. Florida, Maine. This is something new concept. I love this, man. You got a boat. You're down here. Your boat screws up. You want to go sit all day at the marina, let them fix it, charge you big-time money. No. Call Jermaine. They come to you. They work on your boat at your house. You can go do what you want to do. He'll fix it. He's right there. And we'll have him in here next week to talk to you about everything that's going on. But that's the new thing coming on. I think it's pretty cool. We'll be right back. 104.3. Give us a call right now. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, 215-6290.
Lock it in and rip the knob off. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has turned up the power.
I'm getting an ostrich, Scott, Captain.
From Port St. Joe to Panama City to Fort Walton Beach, the biggest sports signal in the Panhandle.
If I push it any harder, the whole thing will blow.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with Thursday's weather forecast. A likelihood of thunderstorms and partly cloudy this afternoon. An evening with a high near 83 and a wind 13 to 17 miles per hour. Some clouds tonight and a temperature of 77. About the same tomorrow around 84 with a chance of thunderstorms in the morning and afternoon. And then some clouds. Lightly sprinkling Saturday and quite warm around 82. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Looking to upgrade your truck? It's Blue Diamond Truck Accessories in Panama City. They sell, service, and install it all. Light kits, bed covers, bumpers, winches, lift kits, and any trailer hitch you can imagine. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, just west of Frankfort Avenue on 15th Street. Find Blue Diamond Truck Accessories on Facebook or call 850-914-0265. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, 850-914-0265.
You've been low-key thinking about dropping a podcast. Well, now is the time to start, brah. Sports, politics, finance, science, health, real estate, music, interviews, surfing, conspiracy theories, or alien abductions. Ready to main character your own content? We can make it happen with Turnkey Podcast Productions from 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida. Our local, modern, state-of-the-art multimedia recording studio is now available for booking, starting at just $100 an episode. Take your fandom to the next level. For more information, text the keyword studio to 850-215-6290. Text studio to 850-215-6290. Text studio 215-6290 or jam over to espnpc.com. Bruh.
It's the Coach James Hale Show. Live and local from the J. Michael Studio.
A lot more excitement is yet to come.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Absolutely beautiful day here in Paradise. Damien's on the phone. I tell you what, he's going to have a great time tonight. Damien, how you doing, sir?
Doing good, man. Better now.
Hey, you got your dancing shoes on?
I'm ready.
All right. Hey, you got to spend some time with us now. We got to pick your brain. What's your favorite college football team?
I'm a Canes fan.
Go Canes.
Ooh, we don't get many of those.
Yeah, played the national championship game last year.
All right, I love that. All right, how long have you lived here?
I've been down here for about 5 years now.
5 years. Where you live, on the beach or in town?
I live on Beachside.
Good. Okay. All right.
You got a problem with the town side?
No. Okay. No, Jeremy's gave me a mean look, scared me. No, both of them gave me. No, I love the Panhandle of Florida. Hey, where did you live before now? Before you moved up here?
I'm from Ohio, right around Columbus, Ohio.
Wow. We got a lot of high people down here.
That's crazy.
So when did you move to Florida?
When did I move or why?
Yeah, when did you move? When did you move to Florida?
I moved down here 21.
21. Hell, we know why you moved down here. Everybody knows that. Right? Ohio to Florida, you kidding me? I'm sorry. I'm being ugly. I'm being mean. I'm sorry. How did you become a Miami fan when most people from Ohio are Buckeye people?
Yeah, it's a cult up there, and I don't know, from when I was just a young one, man, I don't know, I always liked the Canes for some reason, so I didn't want to jump on the bandwagon of the Bucks.
Probably got mad that pass interference call in the national championship game.
Yeah.
That made me a Miami fan too.
God. Hey, Jason Cavaletti does a great job following all this stuff. I think he's leaning towards picking Miami to win it all this year. I think Miami and Notre Dame's got one game, and it's Miami. They beat Miami, they're going to go undefeated. Everything is set up perfectly for Notre Dame. The rules, everything.
It always is.
They don't have to worry about cupcake games before a big game. They don't play a big game but one. And they don't play in a conference, so they don't have to play 9 or 8 conference games. I mean, we bow down to Miami. So what do you think, the Miami-Notre Dame game, how do you feel about that one? And it's on the road. You're not playing at home.
Oh, I think it's Miami's year. I mean, we were that close last year. We got got a good quarterback coming in, so I think we're going to do it this year.
Now, that quarterback, he coming from Duke?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is pretty good. Who's the big money guy then? There's some billionaire that takes care of them. Do you know who it is?
I cannot think of his name. Tyler Harless talks about him all the time because he's the biggest Miami fan that I know.
Do you know who he is?
No, I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
It's not you, is it?
No.
Okay. All right. Hey, who are you taking with you tonight?
I'm gonna take my fiance.
Oh, good. Now, is she a good Southern girl? She from the Panhandle?
She's actually from Indiana.
Good Lord. Everybody up north is living here now. That's incredible. Well, at
place
least she's
to
got
be,
a good
brother.
team. Yeah, the place to be. You're right. The place to be.
The place to be.
Well, I tell you what. Now, if you want to listen after everything's done tonight, tomorrow night, or Saturday night, you can do it every night, but you got to go one night after the show. Get down to Newbies, the mothership. They've got some stuff lined up for everybody. It's going to be crazy. Last year, it seemed like the entire concert went down there. It was packed out. People were having a great time. Go check that out. And if you want to have a great meal beforehand, and the reason I say that it's up that way is Pepper's Mexican Grill's there. Of course, J. Michael's, all the great places on the beach. Hey, we hope you have a great time. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for calling. And have a great time tonight, okay? Look for us. We'll be out there tonight. Look for us, too.
Awesome. Will do. I appreciate it, y'all.
Thank you, buddy. Thank
good
you.
day.
Thanks.
Bye, buddy. All right. Can we go home now?
We're close.
You're about ready?
Yeah, you got to get ready.
Are you heading out tonight?
Yeah, you got to get ready for Keith Urban after the ball game. Yeah, so we're going.
Yeah, you going to make it by Keith? Yeah. I think he plays at 9.
9 here.
Yeah.
So.
My daughter and son will be out there. I told my son to come up behind you and give you a big old bear hug.
Good. How tall is he?
He's about 6'4", about 250, 255.
Yeah, I heard he's got pretty good feet.
He does. He just turned 16 2 weeks ago, so he's still a baby. Hopefully grows a couple more inches.
How tall?
He's about 6'4".
6'4". How much you weighing?
About 250, 255.
In what year?
He'll be a junior.
Oh, heck.
Jason did it. You're talking about Jason, man. He did a great job. He's the last 2 years. We went up there at the end of every football season and did the full body scan.
Yeah.
And he's put on right at 30 pounds since last December, and so we're hoping to get another 30. And so Jason does a great job.
And the thing too now, you guys are doing a great job in the weight room. I saw and talked to somebody. They said so many guys are. Maybe it was Jason. So many guys are benching over 300, over 350, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And Jason, I think, down there help. He can do that for every coach in the county or surrounding counties.
Man, he does.
But you guys take advantage of it.
Yeah, he does a great job, and the discounts on any of the kids that go down there, any high school kid that goes down there, he'll do like the body scan for them for free. He'll tell them the type of protein they need to get on, where they need to boost their calories, that kind of stuff. And he's done that. I've taken advantage of it for JJ, and we have a handful of kids that have gone down and seen Jason. He's kind of put them on a plan.
Yeah.
But man, it's been huge for JJ. I mean, he's putting on weight the right way. You're putting on 25 or 30 pounds over the course of the year,
right?
Not in a month or what I mean, that kind of that kind of deal. And so no, man, he does a phenomenal job, and he comes out to the school once or twice a year and just talks to the kids about, really just talking to them about the importance of sleep. That's the big thing with high school kids; they just don't rest.
Right.
And coming out there and saying, "Hey guys, from experience, like you can do the supplements, you can do the protein, you can work out, but if you don't find time in your schedule to rest and let your body recover and recoup, you're just throwing your money away." And,
Max Fit Sports Nutrition, Jason
awesome
Kovaleski, he's incredible.
Even though he's a Buckeye fan, man, he's just an awesome dude.
And you got a little one coming up. I wouldn't get him on now, but in the future, Jordan's got to get on that stuff.
Yeah.
And you're pretty smart about what to eat and what not to eat. But Jason knows, I'm telling you, he knows everything. The guy's brilliant, man, no doubt about that. Real quick, baseball games. Who do you like in these 16 teams are left? They got the regionals.
Yeah, UCLA I think's legit. Now, they do play in the Big Ten. Big Ten sort of lags behind, but Southern California plays baseball year round. So watch that one. Texas. I like
Auburn too.
I like Auburn. I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun. It really will. And of course, the ladies are getting started in the Women's College World Series, and Alabama's the number 1 seed.
But
playing UCLA round 1 here. But you look, Arkansas's there. Mississippi State. I don't know if y'all followed that story over the weekend, but that was incredible that they went into Norman and got her 2 out of 3. And I don't know if you saw the interview, but the young lady there with Mississippi State, they interviewed her and asked about the win, and she said, an underdog is still a dog.
I like that. I was like, I heard about softball this weekend with Jason Williams going off on the
on the
Florida
Texas Tech got very
pretty chippy. It seemed like.
All right.
All right. Hey, real quick, you said you brought Venice up here. Jimmy Petronas took care of you guys.
Yep.
I love him.
Yeah, years ago, man.
I
Awesome.
love Jimmy Petronas.
You know, he was my senior year at Bay High. He was our statistician. He went with us and
I heard that.
kept the stats at our football games and stuff. And so years later,
Jimmy loves football.
Yeah, reached out to him, and we came up here, and they took care of us at Captain Anderson's, and you let us use the field at Arnold.
Yeah.
We did our walk through there, and my buddy Nate Morgan was working at I think it was Sugar Sands out on the running the hotel out there for Jimmy Holzenbeck.
Yeah.
And we stayed there and made kind of a little weekend trip, and it was so crazy because the weekend that we came, we were driving back, and a hurricane was hitting. There was a tropical storm hitting Venice. And so we got back, and there was no power or anything like that. And the kids were like, "Coach, we should have just stayed in Panama City for a couple more days."
No doubt. Sugar, was that Griff's Daddy's hotel?
I'm not sure.
I think it might.
I'm not sure.
I can't remember. All right, hey, we're out. We'll see you guys tomorrow. 104, maybe. I'm going to that concert. I might not be here tomorrow. 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Take ESPN Northwest Florida with you everywhere you go.
Anytime, anyplace, anywhere.
The sports talk and live play-by-play doesn't have to end when you get out of the car. The ESPN Northwest Florida app streams your favorite sports talk hosts and the biggest games in ultra